we're going to look at vertical angles, complementary angles, and supplementary angles. First, of course, the vertical angles. Vertical angles share a common vertex. So if we have these angles, I'm just going to number them angles 1, 2, 3, and 4 to start with. We take a look at the vertical angles, and they are the ones that are across from each other. So angle 1 and angle 3 are vertical. Angle 2 and angle 4 are also vertical angles. The thing about vertical angles is that they are congruent. So if we have angle 1 is congruent to angle 3, angle 2 is congruent to angle 4. Now, how do we apply this? Well, let's say that angle 2 is 80 degrees. And we'd like to know how large the other angles are. So we can, by substitution, find out how large these angles are. Let's start with angle 4. If angle 2 is congruent to angle 4, angle 2 is 80 degrees, then we know that angle 4 is also 80 degrees. One thing too, because these are straight lines, we know these have a sum of 180, which we'll talk about in a minute. But then we can see that, knowing this, that angle 1 is going to be equal to 100 degrees. Angle 3 is also going to be equal to 100 degrees. These are vertical angles, and we'll see them often in the next few days. At this board, we have complementary and supplementary angles. And that complementary is spelled a little bit different than just giving somebody a compliment. Think, you're very nice. These complementary angles have a sum. And by the way, this sigma means sum. You'll see this on the Excel program. They have a sum of 90 degrees. Now, they can be separated like this, or they could be together, forming that right angle. So if this is 40 degrees, we would know then that this vertical angle would then have to be 50 degrees. Complementary angles have a sum of 90 degrees. We have two sets down here of what are called supplementary angles. And their sum is 180 degrees. So when we take the size of these, and you can see that we have a straight line here. And again, these should be pretty much the same angle. But let's take a look at this one. Say this is 60 degrees, then this angle would be 120 degrees, their sum of 180. They're a little bit different form here, 60 and 120. But when they have this line together like this, these two angles, not only are they supplementary, they are also called a linear pair. And you can see what they make by the root word in linear. These two sides form a straight line. So we have vertical angles. Opposite angles are equal. Complementary angles are sum of 90, supplementary angles of 180. If you have questions, check with the tutors, and now you can go to work. Get to work.